stage 2, bro. We're going stage 2. This thing's gonna be faster than a Golf Fire. Roll race is the only place your Mustang don't stand a chance in either your Nan's pants. Today we're going to be installing a downpipe on my Mark 7.5 GTI, or as GTI bros like to call it, we're going stage 2. Now, according to Tunezilla, who will be tuning this car, this should get me about 32 horsepower for a total of 320. We're also going to get 378 pound-feet of twist out of this, so you're gonna need some supporting mods as well. The clutch is an absolute must. And also you're really going to want an aftermarket intercooler because otherwise you're just gonna be heating up a whole bunch of air and you won't be able to get that kind of power for very long. I'd also strongly recommend getting some engine mounts, otherwise you're just gonna be wheel hopping all the way down the road. In addition to the extra power, I'm also hoping to get a bit more sound out of the exhaust. Now, I don't want something that's crazy loud, but especially ever since I put sound deadening in the trunk, this thing is quieter than a Prius. Wow, NPC traffic. Ugh. The downpipe that I decided to go with is from HPA Motorsports, who are a company local here, and they are renowned for their excellent work. So this right here is mandrel bent, 304 stainless steel, and also all of it's TIG welded. And the TIG welds are not only beautiful, but it's argon purged, so the inside of this is totally filled with argon when they do those welds, so that it doesn't heat up and oxidize on the inside either, meaning that it should be very reliable for a long time. Well, they also sound sick. These cost about 1,000 Canadian dollars or 600 Canadian dollars if you're a serial lowballer like myself, which yeah, this popping up on Marketplace is the main reason that I bought it. All right, let's get her jacked up and start the install. Step 1 is remove this little guard. Next, we need to loosen off this 6mm Allen bolt right here. This is what we call the V-band clamp, and it attaches the turbo to the exhaust. Every resource that I have looked into has said that it's a one-time use item and you should definitely replace it. And then everyone also was like, but mine's new, it's fine, I'm just gonna reuse it. So that's what we're gonna do, but you shouldn't. Next, we're going to remove the O2 sensor, which does require a special O2 sensor removal tool. It's basically just a socket, but with the hole so the wire can go through it. If you're doing this, I'd highly recommend doing it with your car cold. This is pretty unpleasant with the exhaust hot. Oh, you absolute dingus, get out of there. Now we get to undo 2 bolts that are right beside the catalytic converter that you can't really see. Aha. Why would VW have it this way? Like they want it to just be super inconvenient to get off. And whoever was at the assembly plant that was just like, you know what about we put those bolts the other way around so it's just super hard to get at? That would be super cool. Great idea, dude. Should basically all be free now. Let's see if I can get this clamp off. There we go. So what makes my new downpipe better? Well, for one, it has 3-inch tube instead of the 2.5 of the stock one. But if we're honest, the biggest change is the catalytic converter. Inside of this catalytic converter is rhodium, palladium, and a whole whack of platinum, which is why these are so expensive and so valuable to thieves. This is trying to get rid of nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, and also various hydrocarbons like methane and unburned fuels and stuff like that. It does that by the chemicals go over the catalyzing surfaces inside, and they get turned into water, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen, which is much better for the environment, but the carbon dioxide still isn't fantastic. On the HPA downpipe, we do get a 300 cell cap, which is much better than the 200 cells that you get with most downpipes, but it is still going to be a bit of a problem. The largest issue is that it's way down here and the exhaust gases are the hottest up there. And when your catalytic converter is not hot, it's not as efficient. So when I first turn my car on, it's probably gonna stink a bit, but then as this gets up to temperature, it should be fine. Ideally, I'd be installing a downpipe that is both excellent for the environment and has high flow, and those do exist. Unitronic has one with a massive 5-inch catalytic converter on it, but that is $2,200 US, so unless they want to send me one, I cannot afford that. Now I just need to get this exhaust hanger off, which conveniently is riveted on. Thanks, VW. All right. Nice. I'm just gonna give all of the mating surfaces a little clean with some brake clean, as well as all of the bolts, and then should be good to install. I really hope getting this in goes a bit smoother, because we're supposed to be at the tuners in an hour and 15 minutes. There we go. Everything's on loosely, but there is a specific order that you have to tighten everything down to ensure a good seal. So first is the bolt right back here on the driver's side bracket. That goes to 20 Newton meters. Then the V-band clamp is 15 Newton meters, passenger's side bolt is another 20, and the ones down below you just pull send. Now I just need to relocate the O2 sensor down below. HPA includes this handy dandy extender so that it can get down below. All right, time to go to Tunezilla. You technically could install a downpipe and not have it tuned, but for one, it might cause damage to your engine. It probably won't, but the bigger thing is you won't get any increase in power and you'll definitely get a check engine light, so just get it tuned. Oh, just putting around like this, I barely hear it, which is excellent because I don't want to be able to hear it if I'm just going through a residential neighborhood. Even though I did just say not to hammer on it, I do kind of want to hear how it sounds just a tiny bit here. Okay, it sounds pretty darn good. It is not wildly loud, but it is... it exists. I can hear the exhaust. Amazing. We're all tuned up. Sam just told me that you can take off this piece of weather stripping and get way more induction noise. I wouldn't recommend doing it in the winter or when it's raining really, really hard, but we're going to do it today, so let's go shoot some rollers. All right, the car is officially stage 2. Give it a go. All right, second gear.
This is awesome! It's definitely pulling loud.
Especially like third gear here at like 35. Like,
oh, nice.
oh, it sounds good too, and the balance between the intake and the exhaust is like perfect.
The weather seal really helps a lot.
See, I never do launches, but let's try one. Like, we're at a stoplight and we're on a highway, so
yeah. Wheel hop a tiny bit. Ugh.
It's pretty quick.
You probably need wider tires now.
Yeah.
What are you running down?
225.
300 on wheels? You probably want to go higher. Oh.
Yeah, the turbo noises with the weather seal gone is so good. I also haven't smelt any stink at all driving around, which is really nice. I was a bit concerned about that.
I smell a little bit when you fired up. Very short period of time.
Yeah, once it heated up, it seems like there's no stink at all. And then if I'm going and I hold down minus, I now have pops and bangs.
Oh, a little bit, like
tiny bit.
3 times. Not too bad, not too bad. Not like just like 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's not one of those ones where everyone hits the ground when you do your burble. Want to see if it's faster than the tag?
We shall see.
Oh my god. Oh. Yep, no E parking brake. That's embarrassing.
Let's hit it. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of torque there.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that helped. She's faster for sure.
Oh yeah.
Just like you should be really fast to hit the subscribe button. Huge thanks for watching. Get liked, hit subscribe, and just have a great old day. Please, please subscribe. We need it. We really need it. Oh wait, one final thing. GTI driver.